We were at Stefan's gentleman cut party. He came out with a new whiskey. And I don't know how long you were there for. It was like perfect timing because we both left at the same time. And I was leaving because our moms were tired and our feet were hurting. So thank God for our shoes being uncomfortable because I kind of walked out before you did.
Yeah.
And then I think your publicist came up to me, she was like, do you know NLE? I was like, hell yeah, I know NLE. And then I just remember like acting really nerdy and awkward, but I was wondering. I was awkward. I was awkward.
No.
But I just like, I want to know, what was your first impression of me in that moment?
My first impression, I'm not gonna lie, it has to be like, you were towering. Like, it was like you were towering over me. I was like, yo, she's so tall. But I knew you, and I was like, I'm always like in support. Like, I've always been in support. I'm a big fan of just women's basketball, and I'm loving the evolution of it. So I've always been in support from that standpoint. Yeah, so those were the two first impressions. It was like you was towering, but also like, I've seen her, I've watched her. So
that like made my whole week. I'm not gonna lie, made my whole week. And then I do remember I was extra tall that night. I think I was wearing like 4-inch boots. So without the heels, I promise, like I'm more normal.
You're not normal size. Cameron.
Maybe I'm not normal, and that's fine.
Which is fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you're always gonna be tall, like one of the tallest.
Just gotta get used to it. I definitely like forget how tall I am. I
For
swear.
real?
Yes, like I'm around people, and I'm around a lot of tall people because basketball players. But when I get around people that are just not my height, I forget that like people see me that way.
Yeah.
So weird.
When you guys lived in Amsterdam, how old were you?
I was like 8 to 13.
Yeah.
I lived there for 3 years.
And you were like 5'11". Like you were super tall at that age.
Do you feel like it's been like, was this something you had to adjust to, or like
living overseas?
No, like some people feel like, if they're tall or something, it's like it'll bother them, or if some people feel they're too short, it'll bother them.
Yeah. No, it definitely bothered me. I hated being tall. I feel like it's something that not just girls, but guys too. I know a lot of guys that don't like their height at a young age. And then it's something you like have to grow into. Now I would not change it for the world because I think it makes me unique and I stand out and everything. For sure. But I just felt so awkward.
How was those conversations? Like your mom had to pull you to the side a lot and be like, listen.
Yeah. No, you met my mom. You saw my mom.
Yeah. She's
like, I'm a little bit taller than her. And she would always just try to like remind me to stand up straight. Like she would always be like, stand up straight.
Own it.
Yeah, own it. Yeah. So that's a good question. I would just say like you get used to it and you find someone that's tall enough.
That's
that
dope.
Works. I've dated people that are shorter. I've dated people that are taller, but my mom always told me to not let it affect like any part of my life. So yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's real dope.
Yeah.
I remember after when she came back from All Star and she was telling us about how she met you. I was like, did you have to rap some of his lyrics back to him?
I did. I remember I was like, if I was a bad bitch.
Yeah, she did. She did.
What did you think in that moment? Were you like, oh, here we go.
This white girl.
This white girl, here we go.
No, I like to smell the flowers when I'm here. So it's like, I'm always in gratitude. No one can be like overly like supportive to me. I feel like, I'm always in gratitude. It's some people that do a lot. Sometimes you just be like, well, that was a lot to digest, but it's like I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. I feel like I feel like we both was excited to see each other, so it was like we bounced off each other well. It was good.
Were you
balance.
wearing a Celine sweater?
Yeah, I
it was really cute.
remember.
And then I went to Paris after that, and then I got a Celine sweater.
For real, I can't even remember.
NLE wore a Celine sweater, so I went and got a Celine.
Whatever NLE wears. Oh my god.
Okay, so I want to know about the making of this song, though.
Yeah.
Like, what was the process behind it? What is your meaning behind it? Are you pushing like a different kind of gender dynamic? Like, you're the prize? Like, what's the...
So, I mean, the whole origin of the song being made was like, I was dealing with something back home. I had lost a friend to gun violence.
Sorry.
And like a lot of the music where my fans wanted to hear from me was like in promotion of gun violence. It was like, you know how it is, rappers, they want to hear shoot 'em up, bang, 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 sell drugs, fuck, jury. Like, and I just wasn't in the space for that artistically. So it's crazy. I sat down and I was figuring out ways to channel my artistic expression in a different manner. I remember I was sitting in a car and I was just looking and I was taking a picture of myself and I was in the sense of trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. And I took a picture, and after I took the picture, I just looked at it, and I was in the car amongst my friends, like my guy friends. I was like, man, I said, if I was a bad bitch, I want to fuck me too. Like, and it just came out. It was just me, like,
that's
just talking.
so good.
And once I said that, I said, damn, I said, that's kind of hard. I said, I got to make a song about this. So I wrote it down in my notes. And that's the only thing I wrote down was, if I was a bad bitch, I want to fuck me too. Fast forward, I stumbled across this beat someone sent me. And I was like, this the beat. This got to go with it. And I went to the studio. And then I just tried to see how ignorant I can get. And I was like, fuck me too. Suck me too. Slut me too. And it just started to just get worse and worse and worse. And it was, at the same token, it got better and better and better. But it's like a confidence song.
No, yeah, for real.
Just feeling yourself, being confident, waking up, looking in the mirror and be like, you know, I see why they love me.
Yeah. It's cool because it's like real catchy. Like I find myself randomly, like I could be getting my kids ready for for school. And
Darren
I'm
and Jackson.
I want to, me too. And it's like, yeah, like I like that confidence aspect of it for sure. That's cool.
That.
It's so good. Cool. And that's immediate. Like I couldn't even like in the moment where I met you, if I hadn't had like 2 drinks, I probably wouldn't have started singing your song to you. Now I'm like, that is so embarrassing, but it just like rolls off the tongue. It is so, and it's like crazy how it just like came to you.
Yeah, it's
like,
dope too. Like I reason why I receive it well is because when I first dropped it, it was like a lot of people didn't understand it. They were like, oh, he tripping, or he's this or that. So, you know, fast forward, people started to receive it well, and I feel like that's God showing, you know, that, you know, when it feels like the whole world is against something, it's still a certain percentage that appreciate it. So whenever people say it to me, I'm in love. Like every time, like it's like it happens every other day. Like I was just getting Starbucks. I was trying to get a dragon fruit lemonade, and a woman saw me. Starbucks, she was like, order. "Ooh, if I was a baby, I would have bought me too." And I'm like, "Yo, you gonna get fired?" Like she was loud as hell.
Oh gosh.
So
that's your order. I
received it
at I'm Starbucks. Like, that's your order at Starbucks.
Dragon fruit lemonade all the time,
all day,
or a cookie, and that's
or a cookie.
You know what? The Rice Krispie treats.
I haven't tried it. I'd be curious.
They are good.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. Probably the best I've ever had.
I'm not gonna lie. Since I was young, I can only eat Rice Krispies in a certain way. So, you know, at the end of the year in school, you had those parties. And when I was little, somebody had a Rice Krispie treat, and they used to put icing on top and then put sprinkles.
Oh, that sounds so good.
So
like a homemade Rice Krispie?
No, they'll take the Rice Krispie treat out the wrapper,
from the wrapper,
and then put the icing and the sprinkles on top.
That sounds so good.